guys, Lou Matson, intuitive channel, conduit for energy healer, spiritual way shower here. I just felt drawn to come on and doing a quick live. I'm out on my daily walk and I've just connected in with the land and feel really blessed to have this space that is just out of the city, but in walking distance, so that I can connect in with nature. What is coming through today for me really strongly, and it's been coming through for the last few weeks really, is about standing in our truth and what that really gets to feel and look like. I mean, it's been part of my journey, a massive part of my journey, to allow myself to stand in my truth and allow myself to reclaim my truth, to actually connect and know what my truth actually is above, what we're being shown and what we see in our outer realities, or what other people tell us is truth. And that's been a journey in itself, and there's so many different layers and dimensions to that. And one thing that is really clear to me is it really doesn't matter where you are. It's honouring where you are and honouring how deep you're able to go in that moment. We may all have the desire to ascend fully, embody our light, our truth, and live our authentic lives, and yet we may not be ready to do that in each moment, and it's honouring where you are. Now, the reason this has come up for me so strongly is obviously, this year with the whole COVID situation, it's really kind of asking us, calling us to reflect and reevaluate what our truth is in relation to what our existence has been. What do we value? Where do we want to be living? What kind of relationships do we want to be having? What kind of work do we want to be doing? And all of that. And are we actually where we want to be? And in many cases, and I know for me personally, it's no. The answer has been quite clearly no. I may be doing the work now that I love doing, and allowing myself to open up to wherever I'm guided by spirit or the universe or whatever, God, whatever you want to call it, doesn't really matter, it's only words, wants to take me, but I'm not living in the place that I want to live in, because I'm living in a city, and my heart is pulling me to live in the countryside and be more connected to nature and live a far more natural life, rather than this kind of consumer-based life that we have all kind of been drawn into. But one of the things with my journey as well has really been allowing myself to be that clear and perfect channel that I know I am, and I have always known that I've been my whole life. And that journey has led me through lots of different kind of energetic work to clear and cleanse my field on a spiritual, emotional, mental level. But this year, for me in particular, it's all been about the physical, and really standing in my truth about being that clear and open channel and what that really means. And our physical body is our densest layer, and so we're of course going to carry most of our density within that layer. And so to really fully clear and cleanse that, I've been drawn to doing since 2018. And the reason that I said at the beginning is honouring where you are is because I got that message really strongly in 2018. My body, I was eating chicken and fish at that time, and my body just said, no, I can't do this, I can't eat this anymore. And I completely stopped eating meat, and then it went to wheat and dairy, and then it went to sugar. And gradually I've been clearing and cleansing that which I've been putting in my body, and honouring my truth in terms of, I wanted to eat pure food, and so I, gradually went on to organic. I, had to work my way through all the stories about how expensive it is and I can't afford it and all of this, and that it you know, it wasn't in alignment with where my partner was at, and that I was kind of forcing him in a way to live my truth, and that didn't feel right. So I went on all kinds of different journeys emotionally and mentally throughout this process to live my truth with my physical clearing and cleansing and being a clear and open channel. And that's the thing, it's like in 2018 I wasn't ready to, you know, completely go all the way and drink distilled water or, you know, pure water, and completely eat, you know, purely organic food and completely no processing, and eating raw food and all of that. I wasn't ready. And so I allowed myself gently to ease myself into still honouring my truth, because I was on that journey and I understood that, but I wasn't ready to go all in. And, you know, we are being called this year to really look at what our truth is, to really honour what our truth is, and to, you know, possibly many of us are being called to make some quite drastic changes in our life as to how we have been living and how we will live in the future. And also kind of disconnecting from a lot of, you know, in a way purifying what we're ingesting energetically through what we're connecting to, what we're watching, who we're listening to, and also where we're connecting and attaching our energy. So, you know, do we just soak up everything that we're being told in the TV or the radio, or have we had the opportunity to find other sources of information that may be more in alignment with our own individual truth? And I'm not saying, and I'm not judging where anybody's truth is at. You know, your truth is your truth. But for me, certainly, I've disconnected completely from the news and the television. I've been blessed by finding all different kinds of sources of wisdom and knowledge and information, and, you know, and completely trust in my own discernment as to what does actually align with my truth and what doesn't. So onto the physical journey. I now find myself this year being really drawn to clearing and cleansing that, you know, in a way, for me, it's kind of like the final layer, the physical layer. And I've been drawn to fasting. And again, all year I've been drawn to fasting, and I knew I wanted to do at least a 3-day water fast. And, you know, I've never done one before, and I had all of this well, fear, I guess, come up about, you know, not wanting to go through the possibly, you know, from an egoic perspective, negative consequences of fasting, you know, doing the detoxing and things like that. Because whenever I've tried to detox previously, and I have, you know, I've jumped in all the way, and I've gone down the whole detox route, and I've hit massive physical symptomatic barriers that have then kind of made me stop in my tracks. And it became obvious to me that I had to do a lot more work etherically, energetically, a lot more work in other areas of my life, in other spheres of my life, before I could go down that, you know, complete detox route. But I find myself now coming towards the end of 2020, and, you know, really excited for the incredible influx of light that we're going to receive around about solstice time. I don't know, they haven't shown me what that's going to play out like or anything. I'm just really excited about the massive influx of light, and I'm feeling really, really drawn to clear and cleanse my field so that I can make the most of that enormous portal opening and complete influx of light, so that I can upgrade, up-level, whatever, to the utmost degree that I'm capable of doing. And again, I honour whatever I'm capable of doing in that moment is perfect, and I don't judge where I am in comparison to other people and what they may experience and what I may experience. It's a purely individual process, but very collective at the same time, because as we each do our own journey perfectly for us, we each raise our vibration collectively, and enable others to partake in their own individual journeys as well. And we do that through, you know, the 100 monkey effect, just it's a natural process of evolution, spiritual evolution, soul evolution. So I am going to be doing a juice fast on the 1st of December. I'm going to do it for 20 days. Well, that is my intention, but I'm going to honour my journey. I'm going to honour exactly what happens and where I'm at, and I will keep you updated and informed as to how it's going, because I'm intrigued, I'm excited, I'm a little bit apprehensive, but not half as much as I had been, you know, earlier on in the year, and certainly not where I was in 2018 when this journey started. So if you are feeling that pull to really, you know, honour your truth, stand in your truth, honour where you are on your journey, everything is perfect and in perfect timing. You will get there. You will get there in your own perfect timing. And don't be hard on yourself if what your heart is calling you to do is not quite in alignment with where you are, you know, all the other aspects of you are fully. Because like I said, in 2018 I was drawn to start this journey. We now find ourselves at the end of 2020, and I'm now prepared to drink distilled water and to you know, really honour my body and do this fast and allow my body to detox years and years and years and years of crap that's built up, I'm sure. And you know, so what? It took me 2 years. It doesn't matter. You know, it's all part of our imperfect journey. We are where we are, and it's about honouring that, but allowing yourself to stand in your truth as much as you're able in that moment. And the other thing that they're showing me now again is that, you know, these dominoes, they do get knocked down, but sometimes dominoes need to get knocked down by other people doing other things in order for us to be ready, and our little domino to be ready on that line, if that makes sense to you. So, you know, it's not even necessarily that there's something that you need to be doing in your life, you know, some form of clearing or whatever, or healing, whatever. Sometimes it's just, you know, collectively, globally, the situation needs to line up for you to be ready in your perfect moment for something to actually transpire. So don't give up hope. Don't kind of think, oh, you know, I'm a complete and utter failure because I haven't done what I intended to do. Well, you know, how many of us have leapt off that cliff and done exactly what we intended to do in that moment? You know, it is the J word, it is all part of the journey, and each of us have our own individual path to walk. So don't compare yourself with anybody else, and that's a trap that I fell into, you know, along my way, but I don't anymore. It's really me and my body, me and my mental body, my physical body, my spiritual body, is me and all aspects of myself that I have to have a chat with. You know, I don't compare myself to anybody else. So this is what wanted to come through. I haven't done a morning musings for a long time. I haven't been drawn to do one. I've been busy with other things, but I hope this has served somebody out there. If it has, wonderful. If it hasn't, well, I was inspired to share anyway. So take care. Have a great rest of your day. Sending you so much love.